Hello, hello. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome back to the Make Room Show. I'm so happy you're here. And I am super, super excited to kick off a brand new year. This is my favorite time of year because I am a planner at heart. I love setting goals. I love everything to do with time management. Obviously, I love organization. And I just love that feeling of a fresh, clean slate at the beginning of a new year. It reminds me of when I move a client into a new home. It's like everything from the past doesn't matter. We can create whatever we want to create. Our vision can be brand new. And we have like this newfound zest for the upcoming days of our life. And we don't feel like we're stuck in the past, right? And maybe last year was kind of a year where you were like, I don't, I want that year to be over. I heard a lot of people say that in 2024. They were so excited for the year to be over. I personally didn't have a problem with 2024, but I am super excited about 2025. I feel like just the number is cool. Like this is just I never thought I'd see the day that it said 2025. So I'm excited. My guest today is excited. I have back a former guest, Shari Braendel from the Style by Color, and she and I did episode 195. So welcome back, Shari. I'm so glad you're here.
Well, Happy New Year. So happy to be back with you.
Oh, it was so fun last time we chatted. And apparently our audience loved it because the views for YouTube were through the roof. And I said, you know what? I have to have this lady back because obviously the listeners are interested in creating more of a functional closet, a functional wardrobe. And we can use the words capsule wardrobe, minimalist. We can do organizing, declutter. It's all the same to me. It's creating a closet that works for you every single day because you're waking up and this is how you're starting your day, right? This is one of the main pieces of real estate in your home that kickstart your day. And guess what? Now it's going to kickstart your year. So I'm excited. We have lots of fun stuff planned for you. And if you're ready for some change, this is the episode for you. So let's get to it, Shari.
All right.
Um, all right. So the last time you're on the show, we talked about decluttering. And this time I want to take it a little bit deeper and help the listeners really decide on the pieces that should stay and the pieces that should go. And so we're going to start off this episode with a little bit of tough love
Got it.
to
I
get our
think that's
minds
a
right.
great way to start. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I want to talk to you about is this time of year, I ask myself when I'm doing my planning and my goal setting, who do I want to become in this upcoming year? And it's not really that we're changing our entire personality or our lifestyle or really big things, but like I look at new habits I want to develop, new, stepping stones for my business, things that I can evolve into ways that I can just become the best version of myself. And I notice that a lot of how I feel about myself comes down to what I put on my skin every day. And so clothing is a big part of that. Like just feeling our best as women, feeling confident, empowered, feeling like the clothes we put on make our figure look better, all these things. So I really want to talk with you and have you give some tips to listeners on how we can look at our closet and say, you know what, that might have been the old person from last year, but this new Jennifer, this new Shari, right? She's not doing this anymore. Like, for example, she's not wearing clothes that don't look good on her body, even when she spent good money for them, right? Which we
Love
hear a
that.
lot.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I just saw some recent data that said that 84% of Americans are stressed when they are confused or feel cluttered or feel disorganized. And what happens when we step into our closet is that we stand there, we've got all of these clothes, and I mean, by this time it's a cliche. We hear it over. I have nothing to wear. I have so many clothes, nothing to wear. But the fact is, it's true. And what I love about what you said about stepping into who we want to be at the end of 2025, and we work our way through that, because if we're not intentional about our day-to-day decisions, and we're going to specifically talk about our closet here and our clothes, we're not going to be that person at the end of the year. And so I recently just did, in fact, on December 30th, I did a workshop with someone. I didn't lead it, I actually attended it. Tammy Hickey had this workshop where she actually worked through, like, who do you want to be and pick your words. And the words that I chose were, a couple of them were worshipful and wise. And so when I think about the word wise, I want to make wise wardrobe choices. And part of that is, and I think your listeners could agree, do we really need more clothes? Would a wise decision be better to get organized with and choose some pieces that we already have in our closet, maybe make some new mix and match combos, maybe we need some accessories, maybe it's getting rid of those clothes that are not serving us, that we have had hanging in there because we really think, oh, I'm going to get back into that one day. Well, let's dress the body we're in today and pack them up, put them out, donate them, do something. I mean, maybe you will get back into them. But, I just saw a commercial yesterday, Jennifer, that said the second Saturday in January is called Quitter's Day because that's the day most people give up on their resolution.
Yes. Well, let's touch on that one right there because I hear that all the time is, well, I'm not that size right now.
Right.
Let's just help the listeners right now.
Okay. Okay. So I understand if you're not that size right now and you really have a goal to be, get it. Step one, get it out of your closet.
Mhm.
Pack it up, put it in a crate or a box with the size on it. So
Mhm.
if you want to be a size 4 or a size 14 or a size, whatever size you want to be, there's no magic number, right?
Yeah.
Put it in a box, put it put it away, and then work with the clothes that you currently have that fit your body because we have to live for today. We can't look squeezed into clothes if they don't look good on us. It's not, for my word, it wouldn't be a wise thing to do because I would look ridiculous. I look like I'm trying to be, a size that I'm not. I think people feel like, oh, I'm going to just squeeze into that size. Well, ladies, you look bigger than you are when you squeeze into something. You're better with
Yes.
something that fits well, and you're going to feel better also. So that
Yes.
would be the first thing that I would do.
I have a client, Shari. I'm not even kidding. I've worked with her for well over 10 years, maybe 12. She put all of these clothes into her basement in bags because she didn't fit into them anymore. It's been over 10 years. I've never seen her pull one thing out. She will not sell them. She will not donate them because she spent so much money on them. And it is just piling in her basement. And I feel like there's more people than would care to admit listening to this that are like, "Oh my gosh, did Jennifer just see my basement?" Because I hear it all the time. There's some emotional attachment to our clothes, and it
Absolutely.
makes it difficult to let go of them, which I understand because of my line of work. I'm not that person. I'm not emotionally attached to my clothes, but I also do not overspend on my clothes. I don't like break the bank to get a piece because I know in my mind I there's not one piece of clothing I've ever owned that I wanted to wear the rest of my life. It wasn't worth it.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. We might have talked about this on the last episode. I don't remember, but I had a woman who was going to spend recently. I was with, and I recommended that she buy this $150 sweater, and she said, "Oh my goodness, I would never spend that much unless it was a special occasion." And I'm just like, "No, that's the wrong place to spend that money on.
Mhm.
You're going to wear something every single, or maybe twice a week, or even once a week. That's
Yeah,
more cost per wear than that $1,000 gown that you wore to your son's wedding that
absolutely.
you're never going to wear again, right?
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
I'd rather
guilty, guilty.
invest in let's talk about a few things that are worth investing in for women because I've been thinking about this a lot lately and I'm going to give you one example. So, this past holiday season, I thought to myself, I really want to invest in some, and this isn't big money, right? This is just like a good, set that's going to last. It's a two-piece set I can wear and be comfortable with guests in my home or adult children's friends over, and it still looks put together like a cute sweat set or even loungewear. And I travel a lot to, back and forth between Florida. And when we're in Florida, there's lots of people in and out of where, we're staying. And I have to feel like put together, but I
Right.
want to be comfortable. That to me, it's like, okay, at this point in my life, let these ratty, junky, depressing looking comfy clothes go and get some styled, cute, soft, high-end material that you can wear and still feel like you're not embarrassed to be in your comfy clothes when there's guests over.
Absolutely. Yes. So there's a fabric right now that is trending and it has been for a couple of months. I would say maybe longer than that, but it's more popular since it's this kind of comfy season, but it's called scuba fabric. And so if you can, when you look online or you go into a store, ask the salespeople, do you have anything with a scuba fabric? Because it is up leveled. It looks better. It's not that knit kind of two-piece set that pills, the little you wear it a couple times, or
Mhm.
if you're full or busted, you're gonna the even the bust is gonna kind of rub up against things, and it gets pilled. That it just gonna, that $30-40 outfit is just gonna get chucked at the end of the season, or should, right? And the wearing of the leggings and the long t-shirt, that's out. And so I
Yeah.
love your idea. Yes, absolutely. Get something that is a little higher quality that really looks good on you. I have to say though, last week I was on a TV show for an end of year on a Fox network in another state, and a gal, one of the reporters, walked into the makeup room, the green room, and she was putting on makeup. And honest to goodness, she had on a two-piece set, and it looked like it was better quality, but it did not fit her body shape. And I thought,
Mhm.
and she's going out reporting it. That's, like my thought. And we struck up a conversation.
Yeah.
I said, so is that what you're going to wear to, to go? No, this is just my comfortable outfit. I'll change to go out and report. But I thought I wouldn't wear that in public even because it didn't fit her body shape. So that's why you have to understand what looks good on you. We don't want to see bumps and bulges and these short cropped, which is what's happening with these two-piece sets. They're very cropped, the tops, and then the pants fit very, snug to the body. Again, make sure it's flattering to you. It covers the bulges. We all have bulges. I mean, most of us anyway.
Mhm.
But,
Yeah.
just get something that fits your body shape, that looks good on your body shape, not something that really, when you look in the mirror, it's like, oh my, I can see every bump and bulge. So that would be my recommendation for that.
Yeah. I love it. A couple other things I think about when I think about where to put your money for clothes are bathing suits.
Yeah,
Because I feel like we're not 20 anymore where we can get a bathing suit off of, Sheen and look good in it. Let's come on. Those are
yeah,
models that look amazing in a $10 bathing suit.
yeah,
That's not us.
right.
So, putting your money into something that is going to make you feel confident in a bathing suit.
Absolutely. And let me add to that too, Jennifer. I would say get a pattern bathing suit
Okay.
because a pattern is going to disguise areas of fluffiness, and get one that has a built-in shaper. I will tell you, my last bathing suit I spent, I think it was $250, but I don't plan to rebuy a bathing suit for many, many years. It's leopard print. It's pattern. It's got the shaper. Leopard print has been in animal print for years. It's not going to go away. I don't think ever. So get a pattern that actually that you love, that you feel is, something that you're not going to get tired of. Spend the money, and because you're not, it's one-time purchase for
Hmm.
for at least 5 years, most
Hmm.
likely.
Do you have any brands of bathing suits or again, any point like tips for where to find quality bathing suits?
I'm not going to go into brands, although I mean there are a couple of brands I could go into, but what I would say, I think your best bet, so instead of getting like brand, like, oh my goodness, I have to have this brand, go to a department store. Go into a place and say, where are your better suits?
Mhm.
And in fact, the day I bought my bathing suit, I wasn't planning on getting a swimsuit that day. But it was hanging
Okay.
there. It actually had been returned by someone. They told me at the counter that they said, we don't even carry this in the store. But I saw it. I saw the pattern. I saw that it was my size. And I went and tried it on. I was like, okay, this is perfect. And so they in a department store, in a good department store. When I say a good department store, a Dillard's or a Macy's or a Saks Fifth Avenue or a Nordstrom, somewhere like that. Also, a good bathing suit's going to be $150 to $250. It just is. So,
Right.
and 2 years ago, I did buy like 3 bathing suits off of Amazon, I think it was. They look ridiculous. There was no substance to them. There was no, I thought they were okay for the time. And now I look at the comparison. Oh my good heavens. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
Miracle Suit. I mean, that's one of the brands, but there are many brands, but
Right.
yeah, will fit you better.
Okay. The other one thing that comes to mind are coats because we wear a coat, multiple times. And I feel like, especially here in New York, where the seasons change, it's so funny. My husband always picks on me. He's like, "Oh, you need another coat." And it's like, well, I need coats for different seasons. And then you need different styles because you need like a dressier coat or casual coat. But I don't mind spending money on coats because I'm going to wear them so much. It's
Yeah,
not
like
going to
every
just sit in
day.
my closet and I'm never going to touch it.
Right. And I think I don't know, I love coats. And we don't get super cold here in North Carolina, but I don't know if you can see this coat behind me. This was my purchase for this season. It's a Joseph Ribkoff. I got it at a trunk show. I've worn it every day. It feels like a
Yeah.
sweater. It's great for travel. It's great. I just leave it here when I'm going to go out. Do it. This piece behind me here is like a cape, and this is wonderful. Sorry, I didn't even know we were going to talk about this, but they just both hanging behind me. That I love because it's a neutral color. It's I can wear it when it's kind of cold, when it's not. I saw that in a fashion show that I was actually speaking at this. I was one of the speakers at this fashion show. The model came out in this. It's a St. John knit. I think the original price was like, I don't know, 1,500, and they were selling it for 500 that day. And I'm like, okay, that's a good purchase for me
Yeah.
because it's great on the plane, I've worn it a ton. And so
Hmm.
cost per wear, again, we want to think about, but not have a closet full of coats that you're just going to kind of get tired of. I don't think I'm ever going to get tired of this. These are my colors. My whole
I was just going
wardrobe,
to say that, Sherry. Those are your
right? The
colors.
inside of my car are my colors. So
Oh, I love it.
that's why I bought my car.
I love that. I
I
bought
was
my car
like,
because
oh,
did we
these
talk
are
about
my
that before?
colors.
My car that I bought this past spring, I bought because of the interior. I don't even care about the exterior.
I was like, oh, this is it. And my husband's like, you don't care? I mean, it's white. Outside's great.
Yeah.
Inside's like peanut butter and black. I'm like, oh,
Oh yeah.
it's perfect.
Same. Like that brown and cream. Oh, I'm
Oh,
obsessed right
so
now.
beautiful.
Yes. Okay, so that's kind of the things that you could invest in. So now let's get down to the nitty gritty where our, whoever's listening is like, yes, I am so tired of my closet. Let's talk about a little bit of a step by step approach
Okay,
because I want to make this so simple that they can't not do it. There's no more excuses.
love
It's
it.
a new year. We're going to step into the new us and we're
Perfect.
not going to settle for a so-so wardrobe and making our life difficult this year by having a messy, cluttered closet. So what are we going to
Perfect.
do? What's
All
step
right, number
one?
one,
Okay.
I want every listener to go into her closet and make 5 feet of space. Push things out if you have to put things on the bed, whatever, but make 5 feet of space. That's the first thing you're going to do. Next, and maybe this should have been first, so one or two, you can switch this around if you want. Pick your words. Determine who you want to be, just like Jennifer said at the end of the year. What are the words that you want? Is it, when you think through the words, creative, engaging, artistic, wise, whatever word you want. And we
Confident,
confident,
powerful.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. Then you so all right, now the rest of these things, when I look at my 5 feet of space, and we work with a 27 hanger capsule. That's what I
Yep.
like to recommend. That nobody needs more than 27 pieces. And ladies, you're doing this for a 3-month period. So we're not looking at this 27 hanger wardrobe that you need for the whole year. It's okay, wherever you live right now, let's say January, February, March, that's where we're going. In March, we're probably going to want to start doing spring clothes, right? So just think this term right here. And you're going to shop from the clothes that you already have in your wardrobe. So, what you're going to do then is you're going to determine what needs to get fired in your wardrobe that and we want to think about our clothes as like employees. All right? So go walk into your closet and go, okay, employees, are you serving me for
Yeah.
my life and for what I'm doing? And if
Mhm.
not, it's time to fire them. And some of them, if they're not the right size, maybe you're just going to demote them for now and you're going to pack them up and you're going to put them on another floor. They're not going to work on the same floor as you are because you are the CEO of your closet. And so, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to up level.
Boss.
You're the boss. You're going to demote employees and you're going to put those somewhere else because they're not serving you.
Mhm.
And so that's what I would do first. So, and if you want to take all those like what's in your wardrobe, and here's the thing. We're not working with, like I said, we're working through a 3-month wardrobe. We're not working with the spring clothes, like or the warm weather clothes. Let's not even touch those for now. So maybe you move those out of your current wardrobe, either put them in totes, move them to another closet. We don't even want to mess with them. Okay. So then if you are going to take the rest of your clothes out of your closet, pile them on the bed, pile them in categories. Do put all your pants in one category, put all your tops in another category, and then try them on. And then when you put them back in your closet, you don't want to have more than 27 pieces. So you want to make sure you've got that mix and match that things go together. The third thing is you want to make sure that or maybe we're on the fourth by now, you want to make sure that you don't have a bunch of different colors in there. So choose 2 or 3 colors that you want to have your next wardrobe around. You heard Jennifer and I just say, that we like the colors, the interior of our car. It's the same. I've got one really nice. I said peanut butter and black, right? So those are my neutrals. It's like a camel peanut butter color, right?
Yeah.
But those are
Yeah.
also my 2 handbags, a
Yeah.
peanut butter kind of color and a black. So everything mixes and matches in my wardrobe. And it'll be the same for me going into spring, summer, but I might add, I don't know, a celery color or something like that. But think of 2 or 3 colors that you want your wardrobe to be made up of, because then that will mix and match. And try not to get stuck on black. I know I said black, Jennifer. I know you like black as well, but don't, I mean, it doesn't have to be black. I mean, some of you out there shouldn't be wearing black because it does make you look older. And I know you think, oh, it makes you look slimmer, but really, there are other colors that can make you look slim as well. Brown, navy, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's where I
Yeah.
would start. You just don't want to you can't be looking at the spring summer colors or spring summer pieces. Let's just focus on what's happening in the season now and go with that and start building that capsule wardrobe and making sure that every top that you put back in goes with at least 2 bottoms. That way you walk in your wardrobe and you go, oh, I can wear this or this, and I can wear this and this. And when you start mixing and matching with colors, you'll get many more outfit combinations than just the 2 or 3.
Right. And one of the things that kind of helps me if I'm feeling uninspired with kind of the pairing of pieces and creating the outfits, because I do think it takes me a little time to do, but every day saves me time because I
Oh,
know
totally.
how to piece things together. Like what does this jacket, this blazer look the best with? Or what are these, this shirt looks really good with these pants. Like once I put an outfit on and I know like this is a solid outfit that I love, I'll take a picture of myself and keep it in an album in my phone. But the other thing is sometimes I just go to Pinterest and I'll just, browse for a little bit and get kind of in the mood of what are the styles for this season, my age group. And then when I go through my closet, I'm kind of like, I'm ready to let go of the stuff that doesn't work anymore. Like, for example, right now, I think there's certain styles of jeans that I will not put on my body, but I'm not getting rid of them because they fit me like a glove. And for the category of jeans, I know it's just a constant circle. Like, probably in 5 years, I'll put those jeans back on. But other than jeans, I'm not going to hang on to things for, a few years down the road. I think that when people hear you talk, they're kind of like probably a little scared at first. Like, I can't do 27 hangers. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. But if you can really dial in to, like you said, Sherry, what are you going to put on your body for the next 3 months and let everything else go away? I bet you feel so liberated.
Oh,
Like you
oh
won't
my
be responsible for all these quote employees every day. They're
God.
weighing you down, right?
Exactly. Exactly. I just watched something recently, and she said, and it might have been you, Jennifer, said that you have to think about your whatever, if you're cleaning out an area as inventory. How much inventory do you really want to be in charge of?
Mhm.
Right? And you have to think about the same with clothes. And if you're how really do you really know everything you have? And we
Mhm.
don't. And one of the things you might want to do is I know we don't think about selling our clothes like until like it's time like oh it's winter I want to take my clothes to a consignment store. The problem is they're probably already filled up with their own inventory for that season.
Mhm.
So one of the
Mhm.
things that I've done is I found a consignment store that is in Charlotte, and I've already made an appointment to go in at the end of February to show them my spring things to see if the things I know I didn't wear last year that I'm
Mhm.
not going to wear this year to let them go there. Otherwise, I just donate them. Like if they won't
Yeah.
take those things, but you have to think ahead. And I'm thinking ahead, like, okay, I'm going to make a spring appointment, even though it was December when I made the appointment, because
Mhm.
they're not taking winter clothes anymore. They're filled up. But
Yeah.
yeah,
And so many good consignment sales and shops in Charlotte. Have you
yeah,
ever
there are.
shopped Green Jeans?
No,
Really?
no, I never heard of it.
Oh my gosh, my friend Cindy owns it. Look up Green Jeans. It's an awesome women's consignment sale in Charlotte.
Gee, all right. I'm going to
You
tell
would
her to
love it.
me. Okay.
So I think, what about the part where they've taken everything out? They have the 5 feet of
Mhm,
space.
mhm.
Do you have any guidelines for how many shirts, how many pants in the 27?
Yes, we do,
Okay.
we do. So one of the things we say is, and I've got my list here in front of me just so I don't get it wrong, 6 bottoms, 12 tops, 4 layering pieces, 3 dresses or jumpsuits, and then 2 seasonal pieces. So that might be like your coat or your bathing suit, or
Mhm.
something like that. And so, that and making sure everything kind of mixes and matches together. So that's our guideline right there.
Okay.
Mhm.
And it's interesting when you just said something, I have to comment. You said, "Do you really know how much you have?" Here's the thing. I just had a client and her 80 something year old aunt lost her entire house in Hurricane Helene in Florida. And my client is helping her get the insurance money. Do you know that when natural disasters like that happen, they have to document every single item they own? And you're not getting the money unless you can prove that you owned these things. And so it made me like for our property in Florida, we're like taking pictures of things because if you just took a picture of your closet and it had 27 hangers and later on something happened, god forbid, you could look through this picture and be like, that's this, that's that. But right now, look at your closet, and if it's a disastrous mess, you're never going to know what you have in there. And I mean, that can be the same thing for a fire, for whatever,
Yeah.
situation you're in. But let's just use that as an example that if we don't know what we have, we are definitely not being a steward of what we have.
No,
Period. We're just
we
not. You
we're
can
not.
kid yourself all day long and tell yourself, "Oh yeah, I'm taking good care of my things," but you're really not because you don't know it's there. So how can you take care of it if you don't know it's there? And if it's all crammed in, your clothes are getting wrinkled, they're getting dusty. It's just not you're not being a steward of these things.
Right. The other thing, Jennifer, too, is I think that people are very prideful about, I got this on sale. And the problem is they've gotten 100 things on sale or 200 things on sale. They would have been better to get one or two things
Mhm.
that cost a little bit more that probably don't cost as much as when you add all the sale things together, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they were smarter purchases and they looked better on you. But people are afraid to go into that department in the store that, or they just have never done it, that might have the better quality items because they think, oh, I couldn't afford that. Well, they have sales too, right?
Right.
But you're so used to going to Target and these, stores that sell 30 and $40 items that truly are not going to serve you at all. It's fast fashion. They're they don't really look good on you. They
Mhm.
they, you know, threads and seams and they pill and and you get rid of them next season. And then you feel like you have to have
Yeah.
a whole new wardrobe. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a good point. And I am the type of person, I love a deal. I'll say it. I love a deal. I love the thrill of finding a deal. But the thing about it is, and that is one of the reasons why I am such a fan of consignment, is that you can go into a higher end consignment store and find a deal on like an amazing brand that will last you compared to going to Marshalls, which obviously most women love a good Marshalls run, but how many times have we bought clothes there that won't even hold up after 2 washes?
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
it was inexpensive, but it was on trend, so we saw it and we thought, "Oh, we should have one of those," and they don't last. And so I don't know. I love looking. I think that's one of the reasons too, like all these girls like my daughter's in her early 20s, they love vintage fashion because they can already tell that it lasts longer, it holds up better. It's
Yeah.
I love seeing the young girls really study that stuff and know the different brands and where to put their
Absolutely.
money.
And you can get vintage brands on Etsy.
Mhm.
And a friend of mine loves Saint Laurent. And I mean, a Saint Laurent jacket in real life is going to be, $10,000. We were in Paris last year, a group of us, and she found a consignment store that had vintage Saint Laurent. And she got a couple pieces. I mean, they were like $500 and $600 maybe.
Yeah.
But the point is, they look amazing on her. She didn't buy anything else while we were there, and she wears those jackets all the time. It's incredible what you can find. And when you have a plan, for your wardrobe and the style that
A
you want.
plan.
A plan. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
That's the key word here, really, Sherry, is
Yeah.
a plan. And it might not happen overnight, but you could do this process that we're talking about. You could sign up for the 27 hanger course, which we're going to actually have an affiliate link for. It's not expensive at all. It's 27?
$27. Yeah.
$27. I mean, come on. And then you could actually say, okay, the first step at the beginning of the year is I'm going to really clean out everything that I don't love or wear, everything that doesn't look good on me. And
Exactly.
then I'm going to have patience, right? And
Mhm.
look at this as a process, kind of like when you decide you want to get healthy and exercise and lose weight, it's a process. So look at this as a process, make the plan. I'm going to look for these pieces. I like this brand on me. This fabric feels good. Whatever the case may be, take your phone out, write out a new note so you have it with you all the time. This is my 2025 plan for my wardrobe.
Perfect. So can we talk about I'd love to talk about the 27 hanger course
Yes,
because
let's do it.
I think that this is the start of the plan. And the reason that I came up with this course, and again, it's only $27, and it is like me sitting in your closet with you and telling you exactly what to do step by step. Literally, I'm there and I say, okay, do this, pause the video, and you go and do, and then you come back, pause this, do the video. And when the reason I came up with it is I was speaking at a conference for second time and they said, can you come up with something different? And so capsule wardrobe was all the rage, at the time. And so that's why I came up with this whole idea. I thought, you know what could that look like to have a 27-piece wardrobe? And literally, there you could have a 30-piece wardrobe or a 40-piece wardrobe, but I did 27 because I just finished. I love 27 Dresses, that movie, and I
Yeah.
wonder if we can come up with a capsule on that, and we can, and it's easy to remember. But there was standing room only at this workshop that I did because these moms loved it so much because it gave them step by step, and then they were going back and doing it in their kids' wardrobes and
Mhm.
their husbands' wardrobes. And this conference had like 6,000 women in attendance, and they were only supposed to have like 50 people in each of the workshops. And mine was like standing room only, like people at the back. And then I did it again that day, and then more people came back because it is such it's something that if we can easily sit and figure out step by step what to do, it's going to free up the way you think about your clothes, the way you put your clothes together, your kids' clothes together, and all of that. But the other great thing about that course is there is a worksheet with a word bank that's going to help you to determine your style words. There is a pie chart. You're going to kind of work through how do you live your life? What is your majority lifestyle like? So what kind of clothes do we need in there? We're also going to help you determine what colors you should get in there. So, we have a free quiz you can take, so that'll be included in there, or you can, connect with, a local color consultant. But when you do that and you really pull out, okay, your 12 bottoms, there's a got it and a need it section. So
Okay.
if you have 8 bottoms and oops, I need 4 more because you tried everything on, you're like, well, I don't have 12 bottoms or 6 bottoms, I think
Yeah.
6 bottoms that we need. Then you can shop on purpose, not on impulse. So you say, okay, I need one more bottom. And then you go to the store and you go, I need a bottom and I need 3 tops. Then it's kind of fun. You go into the store, you go, like, oh, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I need. Instead of bringing home a bunch of stuff that's the 10 dark tops that you've had, just like that are already in your wardrobe. And you have this freedom with these pieces that look and feel like you. And it's empowering.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's empowering. It makes your life easy. If you're feeling overwhelmed, then try it. What do you have to lose?
What do you have to lose?
You could be
$27.
yes,
Yeah.
try
Yeah.
it. Try
Mhm.
it. Live like this for a few months.
Yeah.
And we were talking about even having Sherry once a year just so that we can kind of all reboot together. I usually do my closet twice a year. And just get if you're feeling like a little constricted in life and like you can't breathe and it's things are just too much for you, this is one little thing that you can do to feel less overwhelmed
Yeah.
and more
Absolutely.
empowered, really. I mean, it can
Absolutely.
truly be life-changing for a lot of people,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I don't say that lightly.
Yep. Yep. So why don't we do this, Jennifer? Why don't we tell them to go to stylebycolor.com/podcast?
Okay.
That way it's easy to remember. And then we'll just be able to direct them there.
Mhm.
And just kind of think, and we'll know that they came from you.
Yeah, and then give it a try, and I think it would be really fun to, even ask some questions throughout the next, 6 months, and we can cover those back on the show.
Love that.
But this is something that you can do. Sherry's course is going to walk you through step by step. What's interesting to me, Sherry, from helping women get organized for over 2 decades now and writing books, and I always think the one thing that sticks out to me and why your course is doing so well and why those rooms were filled at the conference is because the step-by-step part. Women have a million other things to figure out and think about. They just want to be like, tell me how to do this so that I'm successful in this area of my life. Just like we go to a financial advisor and say, here's our money, tell me what to do. Or we go to a nutritionist, or we go to a trainer, or whatever, right? We go to a coach, and it's like, we don't want to have to figure it out. We want to go to people that already have a solution, already have a system that has been proven to work, and we want to learn that system or solution. It's as simple as that.
It
I
is.
think that's why it works. And how you kind of made it so, I think the 27 was really smart actually, because I think it makes me feel, if I'm a consumer, oh, I can do this.
Yep.
Like that actually makes me feel excited to think about only having to be responsible for 27 pieces. Think about how much less laundry you're going to have.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
And get 27 matching hangers. Like,
yes,
be
that's
ready. Like, when you
yes,
get the course, be ready. And if you might have to get a set of 30, right? Okay.
yeah,
But get them, or maybe it's a 24, maybe it's 12 to a pack. So you get 24 of the felt hangers and then 6 pant hangers, which you
yes,
probably already have because we need 6 pant hangers.
yes,
So really, you're just getting the 2 dozen, right? And then your pant hangers, and you're ready to go. So then you're ready, like, okay, let's, and I just,
yep,
I mean, you won't need all of the pant, you'll need 6 pant, you'll have a couple extra hangers if you need them.
yeah.
But yeah,
It's funny because I call myself a hanger snob. When clients say, "What do I have to get before you come?" I usually say nothing, but if it's a closet, it's like you have to have matching hangers. There's no other option for me, because right there, just that simple purchase already makes your closet look more organized. Not just because the hangers match, and obviously we know that color is a big part of organization, but makes all your clothes hang at the same exact height.
exactly. And
And
you
it saves
look at it.
space.
Oh, here's another trick, Jennifer. You might already tell your people this, but when you go work with them, but those of you who are listening, and we talk about this in the course, when you hang your 27 pieces in your closet, so you've got your 5 feet of space, you've now determined what your 27 pieces are, hang your hangers backwards.
Mhm.
Because in
Yeah.
2 weeks or 3 weeks, you're gonna see what you're not wearing, and then
Yes.
you can either fire it, you can pack it away, you can donate it,
Mhm.
or you can shop from the other pieces in your closet that you're not wearing, and you go pull it out and you replace it, or it's a shop on, you get to buy something new
Yep.
to replace it.
Yep. Yeah. I do use that tip a lot. That's so awesome. Well, thank you so much, Shari. It's
You're
always
welcome.
fun and always insightful. And I know the audience will take this and run. If you do decide to get the course, there'll be a link in the show notes on my website. And also, we'd love to hear about it in the comments or reviews. So if this works for you or you like this episode, please let us know and we can have Shari back on again in the future. So thank you, Shari, and Happy
Oh,
New
thank you,
Year.
Jennifer. Happy New Year to you.
All right. We'll be back again next week for another episode of the Make Room Show. Until then, have a wonderful, wonderful week.